followers, I want to share with you a discovery I made in After Effects. But before getting to the problem, here's how I organize my work. In my case, I have a circle with the layer styles effect on it, and I need to create 5 icons with video characters. First, I create a precompose from the circle and the first video. I always name it logically, meaning the composition's name, then the scene number it is part of, and the information contained in that composition. With the help of the AutoCrop script, I cut the empty space from the created composition. Of course, I move the layer styles effects outside the composition. I make sure the circle is centered in the composition. To cut the video to the shape of the circle, like each of you, I use track map, but as you've noticed, when I want to keep both objects in the composition, I get a white pixel edge. I'm speaking in general because I often encounter this problem. And my new discovery was to use the preserve transparency effect for the video that needs to be cut. By applying this effect, those pixels disappear. Now, to create all the other icons the same way, I just duplicate the precompose made in the project, name it after the character in the video, and replace the video with the next character. I do this for all the remaining icons. Now, by enabling collapse transformations for all the precomposes made, logically, the preserve transparency effect should apply to our composition. But if you apply any effect to the precompose, whether it's layer styles or a simple curve, the preserve transparency effect no longer applies to the new composition. And this is the discovery I wanted to share because outside the composition, I have the power to scale the objects as much as I want, keeping the quality, while inside the precompose, I use preserve transparency as a cutting effect. A good example is when we have a transition that cuts the entire scene, and to avoid manipulations like track map for the composition, I can use the object that cuts the scene and apply the preserve transparency effect on it. And outside, similarly enable collapse transformations to maintain quality and apply any effect on it to avoid cutting everything below in our composition. Nice!